How much money does MrBeast make from his YouTube videos? Is he going to become a billionaire? Well, as we all know, YouTube is an application where you can actually become a millionaire or maybe even a billionaire as well. All you have to do is work hard on it. MrBeast, we all know him, and many love him as well, but do you know how much he earns from his YouTube channel? Any ideas, any guesses? Well, we're here to tell you all of that, so don't worry. Hey folks, welcome back to Unlimited Money. Today, we'll discuss how much is MrBeast earning, and will he become a billionaire? Will his YouTube itself? Without any further ado, let's get into the video. But before that, please hit that bell icon and subscribe to our channel so you get every single update about the channel. According to Forbes, Jimmy Donaldson, an American citizen who is currently 23 years old and better known as MrBeast, was YouTube's highest earning video producer in the year 2021. His complex antics have garnered more than 10 billion views on the internet, which has resulted in him earning $54 million. He has surpassed Ryan Conchi, a 10-year-old toy reviewer who has held the #1 spot on the yearly list for the last 2 years. According to an estimate produced by a U.S. magazine, the top 10 highest-paid YouTube creators made a combined total of $300 million in 2021. Jake Paul, who's now in the second position and making his first appearance in the top 10 since 2018, and Logan Paul, who's been away since 2017, are both back in the competition. Unspeakable, a Minecraft player who goes by the name Nathan Graham, has made it onto the list for the first time at 5th position. According to Chris Stokel-Walker, an authority on YouTube trends, the list for this year is significant because it demonstrates how stagnant YouTube has become. He said, "I'm struck by how exclusively white and male this entire list is. If you pick any of these names and look at the list from past years, you'll undoubtedly find them on those lists as well, although they may be listed in a different order." During the pandemic, many conventional forms of entertainment media found it challenging to adapt to the changing landscape. Movie releases, soap opera broadcast times, and video game launches were all pushed back as a result of the storm. On the other hand, it was a period of explosive growth for YouTube. According to the findings of some research, the platform has 2.3 billion users all over the world in the year 2021. YouTube estimates that its users watch 1 billion hours of video material on the network each and every day. Stokel-Walker said, "YouTube was conceived as a platform that would disrupt the media business and do away with intermediaries known as gatekeepers. It was going to make our society and the entertainment business more open and accessible to everyone." Based on this list, it appears that it has progressed toward being more like television than it would want to be. The introduction of financial resources into the platform indicates that the material will have extremely high stakes, and we can observe this in MrBeast productions. It's not really like anything else you can find on YouTube at all. It's more like big budget TV. According to Stokel-Walker, the high production levels of YouTube videos uploaded in recent years have created a barrier to entry, which means that users are required to pay to play and be successful. According to Forbes, the highest earners on YouTube are not always those who have the most views, but rather they are those who have been able to generate money through successful business collaborations, sponsorship agreements, and item sales. It's believed that 2/3 of the content on YouTube is not in the English language. Nonetheless, it would appear that English-speaking artists have the most financial ability to capitalize on their fame. Despite the fact that YouTube, like many other modern media platforms, is struggling with concerns of dangerous material and disinformation, its producers do not appear to be hindered in their ability to attract advertising and sponsors to their channels. The creative who earns the most money on YouTube is one who makes his audience laugh with tricks and pranks. In the previous year, he performed many stunts on his channel, including acting out scenes from the blockbuster Netflix show Squid Game, playing hide-and-seek in a stadium that seats 80,000 people, and being buried alive. As a result of his 10 billion views and his investment in the MrBeast burger chain, Jimmy Donaldson virtually quadrupled his income in the year 2021. How MrBeast made his money is a commonly asked subject of the extravagantly charitable YouTube star. Many of MrBeast's largest donations directly support other online broadcasters and gamers who aren't as popular as him, which has helped MrBeast gain notoriety. Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, is an online phenomenon whose YouTube channel has had over 6 billion views since he launched it in 2012 at the age of 13. MrBeast has 95 million subscribers on his primary account after 20 years, while MrBeast Gaming, Donaldson's gaming-focused channel, has over 27 million members. Donaldson's devoted and ever-growing fans have helped him become one of the wealthiest YouTubers of all time, while still in his 20s. However, many followers are still in the dark about how MrBeast earned his money. The giveaway crazy MrBeast initially gained international attention in 2018 after a video of him offering $10,000 to a homeless guy went viral. MrBeast has now been identified with his aggressive charity, with his generous giveaways and feel-good challenges dishing out a whopping $1 million in the last 2 years alone. Donaldson's 2021 viral stunts included a precise reproduction of the Netflix drama phenomenon Squid Game, in which 456 individuals compete in a succession of Korean childhood games for a grand reward of $456,000. In the context of MrBeast's more generous gifts, the topic of where he acquired his money frequently arises. MrBeast's fame plays a significant role in this, with a YouTube celebrity receiving a high pay per 1,000 views rate from his 90 million on-platform fans. MrBeast, a Fall Guys favorite, also earns large sums from high-profile sponsors seeking to advertise on his videos, which, along with his own hugely successful apparel store, assures Donaldson's a very wealthy man. MrBeast is most known for his outrageous financial exploits, but he had to first locate the money to fund those acts. Jimmy Donaldson began his YouTube career at the age of 13 in 2012, and the money he gained from his early videos enabled him to drop out of college and make YouTube his full-time business before accumulating enough cash to start handing away money. MrBeast's value surged over the next 2 years after gaining international recognition in 2018. In 2021 alone, his distinct style of online generosity drew a slew of affluent sponsors, including Quid, CSGO Lotto, Honey, TikTok, and many more. These well-known firms provide substantial money to Donaldson to be used as he sees appropriate, with MrBeast claiming that the majority of this financing is recycled back into increasingly extravagant giveaways and production expenditures, as well as his expanding self-branded products. In short, MrBeast's largest charitable gifts were made possible by major sponsorships, and given Donaldson's continued popularity, more similar agreements may await him in the future. However, money is merely the tip of the iceberg when it comes to MrBeast's revenue streams, one of which is YouTube. YouTube uses a payment mechanism in which an agreed-upon amount is paid per 1,000 views, with the payout growing in accordance with the streamer's popularity. In comparison, MrBeast's Squid Game reproduction video had 4,584,856 views less than 2 hours after being uploaded to YouTube, and it currently has over 250 million views. Several media publications have previously speculated that Donaldson might make up to $40,000 per day from his YouTube material alone, amounting to an astounding $15 million in annual YouTube rewards. However, how much money MrBeast makes from YouTube in a year was no longer a matter of debate in early 2022, when it was reported that he made $54 million from his multiple YouTube channels alone in 2021. This astounding sum is more than double the income of the wealthiest YouTuber in 2020. MrBeast's Squid Game video, released November 2021, drew even more attention to him, capitalizing on the global success of the enthralling Korean drama to garner a stunning amount of views. While it's hard to anticipate what MrBeast will do next, he'll undoubtedly continue to make a lot of money from YouTube, especially as his many channels gain followers and views. The answer to how affluent MrBeast is, like the genesis of his fortune, is far from obvious. MrBeast's net worth is increasing at a rapid pace that shows no signs of abating. MrBeast's gifts and donations will continue to rise in line with his rising personal worth, as his devoted YouTube audience awaits Donaldson's next altruistic stunt. Hey, I think it's now time to wrap up our video, guys. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time.